All right. All right, so it's WJ Warrior Junior. I'm here. I'm since I've been on this. And I guess sometimes in life, what you should do is take a break from everything and anything. I don't know. I tend to have a compulsive nature. I guess don't really like that word, but you know, I tend to get into things and give everything all I got, and you would think like that's the way to live. That's the way to really forge ahead and become whatever. But it's not necessarily accurate. But that's not really what I want to talk about in this episode. I'm going to talk a couple of things. First, I'm going to mention this woman, this chick that I came across her on YouTube, and it's funny because her name is All In. Her thing is All In with Ali, and it's funny because whenever I text my friend, I always when I I've always put all in caps. I always do that. So it's really funny that ironic. I'm guarantee we're not the only people that do that, but she does. She does that as well. Um, I'm not a hater of her stuff. I think it's commendable. Like that she's trying to do things on her. Don't like um, what I saw recently, and it's not has nothing really to do with her in general. It's just what I hate about Los Angeles and West Hollywood. And that's I did comment on her in that she got a call from some producer, trying to do like any decent looking woman, which this woman is. But it's like I just do not understand this. They a woman that lives in her car and she uploads all these videos, and then oh, three guys asked the first day I'm here in LA. And I put like I'm 50 years old. I'm 48 actually. And I ask a woman out, and it's always the same answer. They're not interested. They have somebody. Whatever. And it's broken my spirit is what it's done. Um, Literally, women have broken my spirit. I don't hate women. I just don't like the way most of them are out here. Like this is where I live. This is like, I survive here. Go somewhere else. Yeah, why don't you do everything for other people? Live your life, everybody else, and see what that gets you. But it's very agitating because, like a real man, I don't know about the gays. I don't care about fags or anything, but I'm saying like a regular straight man, if you're attracted to women and you just get dusted all the time by them. You ask them, like, wow, I'd love to earn a date with you or try this conversation. And they look at you like you're some freak or a weirdo. And, I remind everybody to understand that, apparently, apparently, your parents, apparently your parents had sex and that's how you are here on this planet. And it's very agitating that like every time I try to talk to a woman, it's always the same fucking answer. It's always the same fucking generic robotic mechanical answer that all these people are, and they all are. It's not like going to a massage parlor and getting a hand job or something like that. That's a temporary solution to a serious problem. Like meeting somebody, he see like this woman that's she gets. It's all she had to do. That's all any decent looking woman has to do is post some videos over there, and they're getting bombarded with offers, opportunities, dates, like everything. They get everything. And meanwhile, if you're a guy, you get absolutely nothing. It's extremely agitating, especially for somebody that wrote a beautiful dance movie. Um, that nobody would read, nobody would entertain the idea of what I mean. It's extremely agitating that you think world, that there's something beautiful like a Rocky of dancing, matter, spend 30 years dancing, and so I guess what bothers me with about this chick, this one is like, she's she comes down from Ventura County by the beach, and she's like around my area, you know what I mean? It's like it's all this thing that she's at Laurel Canyon. I mean, literally, I could walk there, But who cares, Like this woman, I guarantee you, if if I ever met this chick, I thought I saw her today actually drive by. I think I did, but it doesn't fucking matter. Oh, hey, watermelon. Who the fuck cares? She's just gonna look at you like another horny cock. Like she's looking at, like she just says thanks, but no thanks. And you know why? You know why that is? Because all of these women, their needs are met one way or the other. Now, this chick, I'm gonna use her as an example because uh, women that choose garbage guys. She mentioned that she met somebody. See, I only pay attention to the vital facts and information. Everything else doesn't fucking matter. But she was in like an abusive relationship with some guy in Arkansas. Meanwhile, I've never even put my. This woman was scared for her fucking life when she's with somebody in Arkansas. The guy probably wanted to kill her. Some ridiculous. These are the kind of guys. These are the kind of guys these women go for. Dangerous. I don't understand for the life of me how I could be such a good-hearted person in Los Angeles, West Hollywood, whatever, Beverly Hills, adjacent, forgetting everything. They so much that whatever it is. I have a friend Chris. I talk with. He says, no, there's good women that that don't want that kind of stuff. He's from New York, even though he's lived out here for decades, but he's wrong. He's absolutely wrong, and I don't care who argues with me on this. You're wrong because the math doesn't lie. 66% of marriages end in divorce in Southern California. What is it? What's the facts? The facts is the 66%, 2/3. I'm not making that up. That's facts. It's not working for a reason because women are choosing money, security over what's inside here, the quality of character that a person is. Now, done talking about this fucking woman, and I'm gonna talk about what happened with me on Saturday night. As I mentioned, I hate hanging around this area because this faggot central West Hollywood is not a place to meet women. There are women walking around with these gay guys, but it's not a place to. I go by my attitude because I've been out here by this attempts of me trying to meet women out here. It has crushed me as a person. I mean, look, could you imagine? Can you imagine if that again? I don't want to talk about that fucking woman anymore, but can you imagine if the woman never got any attention? I know in an alternate universe, maybe, but not. It doesn't work. What's wrong with me? What's wrong with? But they can't fathom that because they're getting everything. They're getting attention. They're getting money. They're getting offer. So, but a guy, it's different. Like you're like unless you're really successful, have a very good social base, you're in deep shit. That's what happened to my friend DP. It drove him all the way to the borderline suicide. Um, this is not a joke. It's very sad. It's very sad to go through your life being a normal man with horny, and you think to meet a nice woman and have every like this is not abnormal. This is not abnormal. This society where, you know, money is like more important than air almost, like it buys everything, a house, car, whatever the needs or whatever the things. So if you have a lot of money, whether it be in real estate or everything, you shine. Like, it doesn't matter who you are as a person, it matters what you have to offer. So what happened to my family, right? It all doesn't matter. I don't care about them. All irrelevant. They all fucking don't matter. Just a cornucopia. I don't know how to say it, but you've got to, what you have here in Los Angeles and West Hollywood. I'm not, because Los Angeles, they're not even part of the equation as far as what I'm talking about here. But I'm talking about like in West LA, West Side, like Palisades, the Beverly Hills, West Hollywood. All these people were this concentrated wealth here, Bel Air, or whatever, Sunset, down in Malibu. What you have are the people with a lot of money that have a lot of power, and those people are getting everything, and that's it. Everybody else is like kind of bottom feeders. Now you've got like some really good looking dudes, models and stuff like that. They're also hitting on. You see what I have is called the curse. It's because you don't have the wealth and you don't have the look, so you've got really like nothing. This is one of the reasons that I will never ever procreate. I could not bringing somebody to hell, almost like a purgatory. It really is. This not just Los Angeles, but this everything I've seen and of attitude. I try to be. How can you be optimistic about life and completely destroy you? I mean, they dust you. And dust, what I mean by dust you is like leave you in the dust. They don't want to get to know you. And that's what 50s. I didn't care, late 40s, and she gave me about 30 seconds and said, I gotta go. They're just not going to give you. They're not, and they don't. It's a bishna harpa, we say in Yiddish. It's a crying shame that it's something natural and organic is so incredibly difficult to have. A real, asking for the end of the world. But apparently it is. I said this at I went to this dance in Orange County one time. I went there because I started to get so irate and agitated by going to these things and not seeing the same crop of, they got no koya in Yiddish, that's like no energy. And here I am schlepping for miles and miles and miles, walking all the way to these fucking places and never meeting anybody. And it just created, I remember like, see the same fucking people there all the time. And I remember I said, this woman heard me. I said, if I ever make any money, I am never giving them a fucking dime. They've never given me. So like, you have crushed me. And I'm not just saying that to try to feel sorry for myself. I'm talking about almost 50 years, 50 fucking years, man. Going out and dance on Saturday night. I went all the way to Claremont. I took the fucking train, 50 miles to Claremont, okay, and then walked 3-4 miles to this fucking 80s bar, and then danced my ass off. And fucking guys, these groups, they got for me, coming up with like it's fucking just, it's like down. It's just it's so amazing. Not one. Now my spirit was so broken by that point. I sat down. This woman came up to me. She wasn't my. She tried to talk to me. So what I tried to do something I didn't find her very attractive really at all, but I just felt like stop giving them everything. So she tried to talk to me. I didn't say a word. I guess she got agitated, whatever. Um, and then when I left the club at 2 in the morning, I remember some car with some women. We liked your dancing. They have no fucking idea. Greyhound station, which was supposed to be there at 4:50 in the morning, never showed up, the bus. So I waited for the Metrolink at 7. But real self-inflicted suffering is because I'm a guy to like get something out of this life while I'm here. And I'll tell you something, there ain't nothing out there, man. You're gonna find the same thing everywhere you go. You'll find different races of people, but you'll see the same goddamn thing. Like again, I like all different types of women, Latino women, everything, but it just seems that they're also jaded. They're married to their family, they're married to their friends, they're married to their groups they go out with. They're not sincerely out there that does this like me. I mean, it's like it's just incredible. But what you're fucking really nothing out here, and it's just like it really sucks. It really does. I've gone to speed dating. I've gone to try to go social mixer kind of things. It's those are the worst. Those are the worst. You're in a thing with a million dudes, some decent looking women, and all like guys are bombarded. You don't shine. LA not a good place. It's almost Vegas. Vegas sucks now too. This used to be. It used to be. It became too high end, but it used to be like single people. But now it's like all family and friends kind of thing. It really does suck. I went there like 3 times in the past couple months, and I just became agitated after a while. Like water. Oh, I'm gonna tell you something after. Give me a second. I like the taste of the aquafina because this is going to get depressing if I do. But now again, I told you some. I'm almost 50. By the end of next year, I'll be 50 years old. Okay. Now I was on Quora, Quora. They have interesting stats and questions and stuff like that. Um, Jump anything more than that, you're likely going to die because hitting the water at that speed, you know, it's like hitting concrete. Now, the reason I bring this water, it's like 70, 70 meters, might be a little more. There have been people to survive that have survived the jump, either at impact or hypothermia or something. And, you know, I don't know why people kill themselves, but I guess the universal consensus would be that there's no way out and there's no reason to live anymore. That it could depression, whatever, but it's they're at the end of the rope. They're like, what? Why be here any longer? And I want you what I just said is why be here any longer. Now, I want you to really understand what women have done. Saying no woman has given me a chance. Been in my whole life, I can think of 2 women that gave me a chance in my entire life. There was like a third that just kind of like got rid of me when she was successful. There was one other chick I met at a after hours dance thing, but she had kids, but there was there never a relationship kind of thing there. But two in my entire life that and one of them, I met her at a bar when I was 25, and she just kind of, and the other one, she was a very arrogant cunt. That was like a Miss Teen Texas. She's a couple years older than me. She thinks she's hotter than she is, but she had a huge turnoff for me, so I never fucked her, and that's got her very agitated. Um, I basically felt she claimed she was very wealthy, but she was the tightest miser you could possibly imagine. And you figure somebody is already saving. Why don't you enjoy life while we're here? And I don't want to go back. You can go back to what that amounted to, but I'm trying to explain that it's real. There really isn't, it's not because I'm not closed minded at all. Again, I'm very aware, consciously of somebody, doing my thing, but also paying attention. And it's just Hollywood, where this woman is getting bombarded with dates, like every this is a fucking toxic melting pot of faggots and women that get all this attention and everything given to them. It's a backwards, warped place. I'm very sorry. Like it's just this is my of how I don't get angry. I just kind of like reality. It it's a shame. It's I, I could I could talk for hours and hours and hours about me trying to do pickup and then women like they just I can't remember at the 80s bar in Fullerton that one thing, and then the cousin guy pulls the woman up. I mean, just it never ends. It never kind of ruin everything, and nobody's giving always the same answer. I gotta go. I'm not interested. Don't it's like, so I'm telling you, like, sometimes I just think there really isn't anything looking that would turn me on. There's always a reason why no. And I just think like it's not my time anymore. Like there might have been a time when I was 25, but because I was younger maybe. I don't know. What I know is that my time is starting to add up. Um, there's like a couple things I would love to accomplish while I'm still alive, but unfortunately, they're way beyond my control. Being able to finance a major motion picture of a damn movie is a something at least all this because I say to myself like mega wealthy people and somebody has given them a chance when these people die, the ghost of regret will gather around by their bedside and say, some people try to reach out to you, young aspiring actors or dancers, whatever, like we gave you everything and you gave back nothing. I mean, those people they need to go to hell. They really need to go to hell. the Jennifer Lopez's, the Stallones, the Paula Abduls. These people, they got everything and they've given back nothing. They're eating. I mean, I got thrown out of JLo's office. Stallone. There's not one amongst anybody. Not one. I'll give you 5 minutes. It just. I've been working on for 30 fucking years. 30 years minutes with any of these fucking people that would entertain what I could. Can you imagine if Winkler and Chardoff never listened to Rocky? They never. They gave that fucking guy a chance. I tried to reach out to Winkler and Chardoff. I tried everything. There's no stone that has been unturned that I haven't tried. Nobody will listen to me. I mean, no one. No, there's nobody out there. There's no woman out there. There's nobody that's going to listen to my dance movie. There's nobody. Just crushes your spirit, and then I go to Marshall. I'm practicing my ass off. Recording me, I don't even want to know your name. They think they're slick because they point what they do is they sit on the floor, they point their phone up. This whole society is backwards, okay? I talked to my mom a couple days ago and she said, I don't know, it was even before COVID, it was sucked, it was really, there was nothing. And now there's nothing either. So in a way, I'm doing my time here, and hopefully, later. I mean, I sit there, I go, dude, after 50 fucking years, what's the point? Like, really? So I think about that. I guess just because I was kind of happy, every time I go there. So it's kind of nice if you could die kind of happy. So I think about that. I think, getting this, I put years and years trying to get a doctorate degree. A woman, like she's cute, whatever. She gets everything. I'm not saying she's a scam artist. I believe she lives in her car, and everything she said. But my point is, like, the women get everything, That's all it is. They're given everything when they're decent looking. That these old, decrepit women, they have all the time in the world to talk to me, but they're not. They're 70 years old. They're looking at me. It's ridiculous. It's totally backward. This whole world is like, it's backwards. It's so backwards. Say, I get so agitated by it. It doesn't make any sense to me. Here, I wear my heart on my sleeve. Like, I go out there, if I see one, and I don't try all the time. But okay, like, I even tried ignoring, thinking the reverse psychology might work. Ignore the women, don't even look at them, and they're going to want to get to know. They're going to wonder why. No, it doesn't guarantee you anything. I've got nothing. This area, this area is, when you buy that, there's some type of, like, the ball, and you fucking didn't give anything back. People, like, I'm not saying like a sense of entitlement. I'm not asking for a handout, but you wouldn't even listen to this guy. Like, you're in the movie business, and this guy tried with all pitches his idea, but we gave you everything. these people, they should have to like time in purgatory and hell for this type of how why like why is it like so you have like a handful of people that have everything trying to struggle make it or have absolutely nothing. It really is a backwards thing. And I just understand how some people could have people in Los Angeles if if, if the homes are so expensive. Why fucking people here? Why are you helping them? Why are you making them rich? And I think about that because I do everything I can not to give these people, not to contribute. Don't watch them as like everybody like the these sheep, which there are tons and tons and tons and tons of. They've made these people mega and ultra wealthy. That's Steven Tyler. Oh my God, what's he gonna do for you? Well, yeah, some of the music I know is good music, whatever like that. But you've made these. Everybody else has nothing. What you've done is you've created an imbalance. You've done it in real estate. You've done it in celebrity. Most people they don't realize, unfortunately, and there's that is educated. I've watched the Z Guide series, which almost nobody has. I mean, they developed one of the best ways to cure all this. It is there are ways to even things out. I'm going to tell you, library where I need a video camera. They give it to you, a skill that like building homes. They build like that person that lives in the house is like a dentist. So they help everybody helps everybody, like people that grow because everything would have no value. It's an incredible theory. And it's not a barter system. It's not a barter system where I give you this, you give me this. No, no, because that's still the world should be where everybody helps everybody because that's like the right thing to do. But it will never work. It will never everything is more people, but hospital need to help. Same try to get a job. Things should just be available for you because you're there to help people. Like it's about doesn't zeitgeist. It's not even close to concept. Never of human nature, human greed, reason. They're it doesn't matter. It's not enough. Those people that build homes for people become service of those people living in the homes. Point that everybody helps everybody. You don't just build a home for a homeless person that can't do anything. It's not that's not uniting people that have like there's no it doesn't cross over. It's people in need are getting help. Everybody helps everybody. Where the farmer, these people, and all those people um, build the thing is to create everything where it's not a bar about everybody helping everybody, where there's an abundance of everything, but there's of everything because there's no opportunity out there, and there's opportunity because you got too many people. How could somebody not letters? You know, they will not learn because there's nothing fucking why. It's all backwards. It's all fucking backwards. This immense chasm between people that have and everybody else, where people working, you can't afford to. How could you work and not afford your own home? It's bad. This whole society is fucking backwards. Everything is back. People that are staying here in Los Angeles that are paying $3,000 a month or whatever, they're contributing. They're making landlords richer. Those people that are, just on, they're not their problem. They just don't. I can't, I try to do the best I can, but you can't change the society. Okay, you survive and you die. Concept, but it's not practical. It's not practical. Okay, because people's idea of helping other people is a handout. That's do what I point. Next, they won't have all the water. The people really is. How how could something so natural be so, and